right, indeed. Pleasant morning to all of you. Today is the 14th day, the month of April 2026. And I would like to say a hearty good morning to all of our viewers across the globe, particularly those in Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, the Gambia, Senegal, the UK, the USA, and every part of the world where you're watching us from this morning. This is Wake Up Sierra Leone, the breakfast show on the African broadcasting on channel 33, which is our local channel. We're also on DSTV on channel 399, and you're also listening to us on radio this morning on the 11.7 frequency modulation. We're also streaming online. You can get us on Facebook on AYV News. We're also on YouTube streaming live. It's Wake Up Sierra Leone AYV. And of recent, we have also begun streaming on TikTok. So it is a growing community of online viewers that we have there. And I would like a hearty morning to all of you.
I am Alimatu George, still with us throughout the show as we bring you news, sports, entertainment, and many more. We are broadcasting live from the top of Tower Hills in the beautiful city, Freetown. We do encourage your feedback and input on our AYV Facebook page. But first, let's get a quick message from our sponsor, Local Commercial Bank, and other advertisers, and we shall be right back.
Heart of Sierra Leone's dynamic rhythm, Rocal Commercial Bank is your beat to a brighter financial future. We're not just a bank, but we're your financial partner committed to your success. We've got the financial tools you need to rise higher. Our team is here to serve you with speed and a smile because your time matters to us. So, are you ready to unlock financial prosperity? Highlighting key banking services such as Keke loans, Combra account, fixed deposits, SME loans, internet and corporate banking, from savings that grow your dreams to loans that fuel your ambitions. Demonstrating fast and friendly customer service. Showcasing cutting-edge banking technology and ATMs. Access your money anytime, anywhere with our state-of-the-art technology and a network of ATMs. Our Rocal SimCopper app puts banking in your hands, where you can pay for EDSA, Afrimoney, Orange Money, and pay bills including school fees and make transfers to other bank accounts. Remember, you can also experience Rocal e-banking today. Then join us now. Visit any of our branches or explore our website. Rocal Commercial Bank, your bank of choice.
Sanika, go see some business partners.
You didn't give me memory, Michael. Can if I can say you hear me this people in not to Indy. Today you pay me money. I don't send it for let you help me send money in Ghana. 2 weeks now you not send me money and 10 you not give me back me money. Today, can you give me money?
You know ever sabi goodness in life. I send back your money, but trust me, today na the very last day I ever send money for now.
I don't need you because I don't know so with Afrimoney. I they able send money. Now Baku Africa countries them.
With Afrimoney, we able send money to over 10 African countries, whether it's Ghana, Gambia, Liberia, or Kenya. If me party we know this, we not for the party grammar right now.
Okay, una go regret. I mean now me na una never regret
The best part right now, Michael, with Afrimoney, you dey able send money even if you not use app, even if you not dey online. Directly, all you need for do, you just a dial *161#. Pam, your money don't go. So I don't need the help again. Thief man.
Thank you.
Send money to over 10 African countries instantly with Afrimoney. No stress, no excuses. Just dial *161*1*6# now. Afrimoney, quick and easy.
Feels good to see your face again. It's been a very crazy day. The joyous feeling in the air when rain falls on a sunny day.
Happy, yeah. Let the stars, let the roll.
Enjoy life's little pleasures with Maltina. Maltina. Share happiness.
As mama, I always want waiting best for me picking them, especially when it comes up waiting them for eat and drink. Now this make I always they choose Sarah juice because they make them from with local foods them and nutritious and it gets less sugar than the other drinks them. Not to me say so.
We lab test show say Sierra juice gets 50% less sugar than the other drinks them na the market.
Because we mama they know waiting best for we picking them, now you make we always they choose Sierra juice. Sierra juice and nutritious, a healthy and it's sweet. Sierra juice, not the taste of Salome.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, on 8th August 2024, Statutory Instrument Number 8 of 2024 regarding the conduct of nationwide population and housing census was successfully laid in Parliament. On 29th August 2024, this statutory instrument became effective following 21 days from its laying. Therefore, in line with the decennial census calendar, I am pleased to announce that my government will conduct a nationwide population and housing census.
It's 2026, we dey get with census. Make all man tell him from Bulem. And we responsibility for bring development. Make all man tell him from Bulem. From the east to the west, blah blah blah. From the north to the south, no matter how you there or you try, blah 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 blah. Motoka, mama or papa, blah blah blah. One picking on grandpa, blah blah blah. Auntie or uncle, blah 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 blah. Motivel, let them call you. One people, one nation, let them call you. Now we no back up bills alone, let them call you. No person say you not here. Let them come to you. Let them come to you.
I'm a papa. Make we come together now. Brother, sister. Nothing say you no matter, no. No left behind, no. This night you 10-4. Can join the census. Salon now we on.
Okay, well, show me your name. Show me your address. For make you go join now the plan. The census go make you get the access. For make you go vote now this land. Let them all you. If you don't want make them country again, make them creep you. Cause this time you're salon for right.
See why you been a second cabo aduo. We bring good news, salon people have you. Census don't come again. We ready for contact, sky from the young to the old. Say the census go help make development day. Allow me then continue until you know go pay. It go help plan more schools, hospital and light. Even water for you community, who say you there?
Let them come to you. Yeah. One people, one nation. Let them come to you.
they come, census they come, the other we cooperate. Tell mama and papa, then get for cut we all, the make we all ready. Census go help for make we know we serve, and also we stand. If you claim say you love salon, say development day, na day you for day.
Yambo tegina, mimbo tegina, mingo teteke biambe. Got 2026 census na me right, census na you right. Family, imagine if they count everybody that left you out.
Amulemba kotumobawa, upoka kufuni kesa gbele tuwa. Tonya, ye amubuji hule panda. Wabulole tabo bawa baya ganga. Ye tumubawa mudagbe behave. Comment ya go salon bate mukoleva. Nyabi yina na metabo bawana. Yo mama kome kolabo ganya delega. Ina.
Kakotone dim din dang, dim din dang, dim din dang. Katap kata tinga kape kata konkal, kape kata banganda yer. Abagato bagat, aindo gor, agalene, tamojamu, agatamu, tarentamu. Donye, mama marita kangonsu.
Ame ya timi wandi, timi wandi. Ame ya timi wandi, timi wandi. Mwa kongo tami wandi, ungewa menda milwena wo. Ya kongo tabi wandi, ungeba handa bebe holo.
From this to the west, blama blama. From the north to the south, blama. No matter how you dare or you try, blama blama. You want to go, mama or papa, blama blama. One picking on grandpa, blama blama. Auntie or uncle, blama blama. Motibe, may they call you, yeah. One people, one nation, may they call you, yeah. Now we know back up in salon, may they call you, yeah. No person say you know here, may they call you, yeah. May they call you, yeah.
Sumambo pae nangendef. This is AYV Connect with Africa. We bring you Africa's biggest conversation, entertainment, inspiring stories, and breaking news from across the continent.
Through the lens of AYV Connect with Africa, you get to see and have a feel of what it means to come from where we celebrate our cultures, traditions, and heritage.
This is where I come from, my one and only home. This is Africa.
Join us as we show you the best of the African continent. Come, let we go.
I am Abiola from Nigeria, West Africa. Join me as we connect with Africa. Ẹ̀yin tèmi báwo ni o, ṣé wà?
I am Kenshin, and this is AYV Connect with Africa, coming to you live from our state-of-the-art studios at Tower Hill, Freetown, Sierra Leone.
And this is where we get to share with you what is happening and where it's happening right now.
AYV Connect with Africa, coming to you live on DSTV channel 399.
right. Good morning. Hearty welcome to the program. This is Wake Up Sierra Leone on the Africa Young Voices. And you're listening to us on radio and watching us on television this morning.
Coming up in the program today, we shall continue the conversation on the controversies surrounding the sacking of Leone Stars head coach Mohamed Kallon and ways to improve football developments in the country.
And of course, also on that conversation this morning, we shall also be speaking to Dr. Emmanuel Saffa Abdulai. He is Executive Director of the National Sports Authority, NSA. He'll be speaking on accusations which have been raised by the Minister of Sport, blaming the NSA of many things, but primarily administrative delays. This morning, as we've begun yesterday, we're going to have some updates from the regions, and this morning we shall be speaking to our correspondent all the way from Makeni, Abbas Sissay. Good morning, Abbas. Can you hear us? We're trying to get Abbas online, but in the meantime, don't forget that you can watch us on YouTube, as I've mentioned. We're streaming live this morning. We're also on TikTok. We have a growing community of online viewers that are there. We're also traditionally, of course, on Facebook since we started with streaming there. So it's AYV News across all of our platforms. If you go there now, you can be able to access this program. You're also listening to us on radio this morning on 101.7 FM. And my name is Victor Jones. We're trying to get Abbas. Good morning, Abbas. Can you hear us? I cannot hear you, Abbas, but I want to believe you're hearing me this morning. So perhaps just proceed with, asking for you to paint a vivid picture of what things are like in Makeni right now.
Hello? Yes, hello?
All right, I'm not sure. We're having some serious technical issues. I'm having difficulties hearing you actually this morning, Abbas. I'm not sure whether you can even hear me because I can't hear you in return. But I had earlier asked, for you to paint a vivid picture of what things are in Makeni this morning. Just give us a general update of what's happening in Makeni at the moment, please. Can you? Good morning, Abbas.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Danny.
I can now hear you. You can proceed, please.
Yes, it's echoing. I'm not getting it clear.
All right, would you like me to repeat the question, please? Thank you very much for joining us this morning, Abbas. So I was asking generally if you could paint a vivid picture for us of what's happening in Makeni right now. How are things?
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting you now. So it's echoing. Yes. One of the topical issues in Makeni is erratic power supply. And Makeni before now used to be known as a city with when it comes to electric supply. In recent times, people from the country experiencing that power supply has affected seriously the economic activity of people.
I'm not sure even my audiences can hear you, this morning. perhaps we can, walk on the line and maybe get to join you again later on in the program this morning, so we could fix everything up. We're quite sorry for that negative feedback we were having there this morning. That was Abbas Sissay speaking to us all the way from Makeni. He's a correspondent stationed in Makeni, and we had actually asked him to give us a general update about things that are happening in Makeni. Of course, just to pin a context this morning, you know that the All People's Congress Party had decided to boycott governance generally across Sierra Leone, and Makeni is one of their main hotspots, if you like, for the opposition. It's a main town for the opposition in this country, and their mayor, and as well as several councillors who are there, are members of the All People's Congress. I understand generally that because of the ongoing boycotts, they had all left governance, and perhaps their seats are vacant. And I wanted to understand exactly what governance is like in Makeni at the moment amid the ongoing boycott. But we'll try to get Abbas to say subsequently in the program this morning. But just a way to pivot our discussion around SLFA this morning and around football generally, and the sacking of Mohamed Kallon, who've managed to obtain the video. So Mohamed Kallon, who's the sacked head coach of Leone Stars, has actually broken his silence yesterday night and had come out to the public and had done a Facebook Live where about 40 minutes or 45 minutes where he addressed all of the litany of allegations that have been raised against him. And, so we would like to show you that video now just to prepare you for the conversation that is ahead.
I just want to continue to say thanks to Ona for the support. Okay, guys, so it's been a while. Yes, well, I'll go straight to the point. I mean, we can start now. We don't get enough people. And as I say, just want to continue to say thanks to Ona. Thanks to Ona all for the trust, for the belief. We see, the protesters, we see people away. They show concern on this issue with the SLFA and the coaching job termination. First, as I say, I want to say thanks to the people of Sierra Leone. I want to say thanks to the backroom staff for the energy, the resistance, and the belief in the trust we don't pledge to Sierra Leone. From the first day we pick up the job, the backroom staff don't do great. Paul Parker, Kemokai Kallon, Keole Conte, Musa Kallon, Macfish, be there with we. Banjo, self be there with we. Guy from Bow Rangers. And all of these guys, I just get for getting tap on the back because what they didn't do. It's marvelous. It's a fantastic job. Serious dedication. But mostly, forgive the one them we deserve everything, not to the players them. I want to say thanks to all the players that we passed through me in this short while, because they only last for 1 year, and it come to an end. But trust me, I want to continue to say thanks to Ona. Bravo to Ona all. Show me love, respect, and dedication and commitment to the country of Sierra Leone. I not be ever think say Una go be committed. This way, we Una show from the first game, from even when I just pick up the job. From the first practice, I realized that something is going to happen, something different. I mean, I want to show up that practice after we make the first selection, and how when I come prepared, I mean, for I hope so everybody gets me loud and clear. Yes, so they get me loud and clear. Yes, I want to know if they get me loud and clear, I'll continue. Yes, okay. Yes, okay, good. So, as I say, I mean, I don't know how much, how much I appreciate the players' them efforts in all of this. As I say, the commitment we they show, towards them playing for Sierra Leone. Yes, I mean, there you go. Okay. Yeah, as I say, so I work with a lot of players them, from home-based players them. We go through maybe 80 to 100 players them. Sorry guys, COVID have to fix the other computer on my side. And all of them we come to the national team, they all show their value, show say they get something for add to the national team. And they all be deserved for the part of the national team, because obviously we pick players by merit and all. So I want to say thanks to everybody we come in. And even the last batch of players that we come, the new one them I will always promise say I will give opportunity to new players them for coming and see waiting they go able for add to the current squad maybe they will play the last 6 games in the World Cup qualifiers. So thanks to all the players. I love you guys, and it was a pleasure working with you. It was like fantastic. Yeah, we had fun in that pitch, on that rain, on that sun and everything, and we're giving all to Sierra Leone. Yeah. But yes, as a professional, me being here online, I don't think that be the right thing for do. But we know the perception of Sierra Leoneans and how we can think and how we can perceive things. Moreover to the Gen Zs, that means the one they were under 18. Now, everything for them is visual, now waiting they see. So as you say something, but somebody quick one, they go Google and try for know waiting they go on. So with all these ramifications and everything we do on social media, I'll be just thought of it, say myself for Kamla add my own voice, because we don't get a reaction from the SLFA, reaction from the Ministry of Sport, reaction from NSA. And I think I say myself be need for add my own voice, for let people understand exactly what don't transpire in this last 13 months. From my appointment, from the first appointment. But I just want to take on a back, say not to the first time this don't happen. We'll not even start the national team thinking 13 months ago. The national team stuff starts before the Nations Cup. So the first meeting we'll get now before the Nations Cup, and how we go able to come together for see how we build a strong team. By then, John Kista and Nana be the coach, and so the FA be the plan for see how they go for put a very strong team together. So we go for take the national team to a different level. But that time they have just graduate from me coaching courses. That was in 2021, and I come home just for be part of me in the Nations Cup. And fortunately, they make me ambassador of the Leone Stars team, which I appreciate so much. And I go to the Nations Cup in Cameroon. I enjoy the fun and see how other nations they prepare for playing in great competitions than this. So it was a very, very good experience. Wow, good. And then we get to the Nations Cup and done and come back home. And a few years down the line, I come back to Salon and can't try to be part of the system, part of development, as I'll always be. I always want Salon football to develop. I always want Salon football to reach to the pinnacle, whereby we go for compete with other great nations then comfortably. Only like desire than they who are always wish for Sierra Leone for make sure say they play in major competitions like the Nations Cup, the World Cup. So now that vision they may get, and plus I think say if the countries them like a Togo, Cape Verde, we go to the World Cup. Why is Sierra Leone for the World Cup? Why will not for win the Nations Cup? I strongly believe say if them teams stand able for make it to the World Cup, Togo able make it for the World Cup, and Zambia able for win Nations Cup, Sierra Leone able for win Nations Cup as well. And that determination that I don't always get. So coming to my appointment in February last year, so the then president, former president, Thomas Daddy Bremer, approached me for the first time and bring the national team idea to me. I told her straight up, I said, no, I'm very, very engaged right now, and I had to work on a project, mean for build the academy for the future generation. So I've been engaged on that too much that I don't think Saffa will get time for doing. So he can talk to me a couple of times, because he can't play football most of the time. He doesn't say he left football. So most of the Sundays he can't play around. So every time he come around, he go stop by and try to convince me. Then all of a sudden, the ED, NSA, when Dr. Abdulai Saffa, instead come with me and approach me with the same talk. So I know say, okay, this is getting serious. Maybe this might be the right time. But he come and I make you understand, say, I know they look for that kind of job at the moment. So I so focused in what they do right now. So it's kind of convinced me. And then they come one day and I say, okay, I will give them a thought. Yeah, taking into consideration, of what I just mentioned, how much I would love for Sierra Leone compete in the highest level, qualify for major tournaments comfortably, not how we struggle now for going to competition and all. Yeah, for the past many years we need for qualify to major. So I think I be team and fit say I for think about them because of how much I love Sierra Leone, the Leone Stars, of course. The Leone Stars are always there. So then I said, okay, let's get a meeting on that. So he came to me, and then I said, okay, it's fine, let's do it. So he called the president, the former president, and say, Mohamed, do I agree? So when I set up on ourselves. So Thomas Daddy Bremer began for consult in executive, and they get a meeting, and they resolute say, Mohamed Kallon, then they want to appoint or then they choose as the head coach of the Sierra Leone national team. So then contact me back, and then we go sit in a meeting where everything was confirmed and sealed. So then for me, getting to this type of job, the only way they hold me, will be they refrain me from saying yes. Now the fact it go difficult for them to accept my terms and condition. Way for the past 50 years, I think in football start for playing in Sierra Leone in the 60s, 1960s, then football start for playing in Sierra Leone. They dwell down to the Kamadumbia eras, they come to Ishmael Daifan and then to your era. So as I say, we don't see how football be going for the past 30 years or 40 years when we get experience, I don't feel. It's difficult, yeah? So because they tell them why they play, they always match the coaches them, put the coaches them together. So me not want for the part of that day. So I tell them, say, if the only way I go take up the job now, if I come up with my own back home staff, and then when I give me free hand for day in control. So luckily for me, I've been on the work with Paul Parker, Kewule Conte, Musa Kallon for a very long time, for over 6 years, 7 years. From 2020, before 2019, what they do me pro license, UEFA pro license, me and Paul begin talk because we can exchange models, we can exchange the ideas, working guy assignments with the exchange until instead start to do in UEFA license. So they don't say what they talk and they plan, say, okay, one day if we get job, probably we can able to get a strong team for work together. So few years ago, even when they approached me with the job, discussion, we don't work. Yes, I still consult them, and we do 2 game models on how we go left for the Sierra Leone play. But at the end of the day, the agreement and the negotiation might be go through and not be right, so be cancelled, and then the FA go other way or go for other solution, which is fine, and then continue for wait until we can get this opportunity. And then the FA president guaranteed to me, say, yes, Mohamed Kallon, if you pick up the job, we'll give you. First, it'll be difficult. The first meeting, we'll get the SLFA, everything be sound one kind of way because I don't think they'll use for one. So they give me the free and say, okay, I'll come up with backroom staff. Okay? So I come up with backroom staff, then promise, say they will give me full support. Or they will make sure, say, everything available for me. Because I tell them, say, the first thing we be the thing for doing for create performance environment. That means any side with the national team they practice or national team they camp, they for be conducive, and that environment they, I forget the player. I forget the best from we players them, and I agree with everything. Then continue for support, and I say for developed national team, yes, we will start with good. We will get a good start. For pick, select players them here and there. Maybe players they want to know personally, who I don't work with. From under 17, because I remember not the first time this don't happen in 2014, after the historic SLFA elections in 2013 with Madam Aisha. Yeah, it be finished in serious confusion and everything. But in 2014, I look at the bigger picture. Say Sierra Leone, and big pass we all now care about. So Lord, put away with egos and then move forward. So I be pick up the U17 job. Yeah, so I be the coach for U17, where the Capesalo we see now, Okocha, Samadia, Kwame Kui, they all be the part of them under 17 teams. The Prince Bai, and all a few names, then they will be the other team there. Yeah, so we get a very good spell because the executive give me free and nobody ever ask me question, which are they do, and all. So it was fantastic. So not the first time I don't get this experience. Fast forward, come with Thomas Daddy Brahma, give me all the support, give me everything. We start the campaign and play a couple of matches, and then the new executive in step in, we're led by Babadi Kamara. As soon as that happened, after elections, get into office, I think after a week or two, they summoned a meeting for meet the backroom staff. So we carried that another meeting there with the backroom staff, me, Musa Kallon, Kewule Conte, and the others. We go there, we sit and listen, because we just want to listen to the newly elected president. Waiting he get for say, waiting he invite we for. And to the surprise, he became very clear in that meeting day. Say he want to continue the same trajectory for make sure say he give me 100% support, because the only thing we want in a result-oriented person. I say here's the same. Myself, that coach, we're very result-oriented. And because in this job, you live by result. Without results, it's impossible for you to defend yourself. So, picking up the job, I don't get that kind of strong mentality there already. Forget about me being Mohamed Kallon. It has nothing to do with the job. Yeah. So then I can tell them, say, forget about what I don't do, my involvement, me playing this, what I don't contribute to Sierra Leone. Yes, it's fine. This is added values. But for me, for that pick up this job, I have to be qualified. Yes, I have to be capable. You for appoint me on merit. Yes, I know any person do me favor. I know any person give me job because of favor. If you don't say yes, 100% able for do the job, able for deliver, then okay, it's fine. So it's going full support to the whole backroom staff. We all say okay, well, it's fine. Yeah, and we ask, say okay, we'll be supposed to get a couple of friendly matches and every other thing, and then we talk about, Benson by then, so now I'll be the acting section general. So he step in and say, we get few issues here and there, which we with the previous games them will play. In terms of getting the players them from point A to point B or to the match venue or to the country where they play. Yes, we got a couple of issues we seriously maybe they disturb we. But he promised, the Secretary General has promised say with Babadi stepping in, we're not going to ever get any kind of issue then they standard in number one, it will be the number one priority of the president for make sure say we're able for secure funds, take whatever overdraft and whatever we discuss in our meeting there. As I said before, I want to be so professional. I don't want to spill out everything because some of this are confidential. But just because they don't bring me into discussion, so that I just want to explain everything that happened. So fast forward. So I post one video on Facebook where Coach Lamin, the marketing director or whatever, where it has something to do with media and marketing something. So it make it very clear that video say, Mohamed Kallon insists, say, if I pick him back home staff, then if I get 100% free hand for doing job, which was clear to everybody. Then we meet the leadership, the NSA, and the Ministry of Sports. Go to the Ministry of Sports, everything confirmed. We agree on the unveiling ceremony. Comes in talk, and then we continue. And I think it was a couple of weeks after that, yes, the Saffa draft an agreement because we don't agree on terms with NSA, with the figures from Thomas Daddy Bremer in time. We don't agree on figures, so we don't negotiate with NSA. So then, where Babadi Tenor come back, and the executive say, we for you negotiate. Then I say, oh, okay. I say for the negotiate, then we'll negotiate all the terms then back. So then give me the contract, then give me the agreement. But in this agreement, these are the agreements. So these are the contract. It's supposed to be the contract, draft of the contract with all everything. So I go to and I highlight key points them on this contract. Key points where I think say I ain't delay the signings and all these other things. Because to be honest, throughout the years, me think say they don't take advantage of coaches. Too much advantage. 6 years ago, we'll be there on Facebook. Me, Paul Parker, Ali Bita, Simon Payne, few other guys them. For them, I don't to talk about your experience, the things that we don't go through and everything. At one point, the FA appoints 48 coaches. Give them promise for give them contract, and then I think after a few months, then they go in vain. Contract to be come out and everything. So we be always there against that. Like me, always there against that. Say a coach forget proper contracts. A coach for meet all your objectives, and then a coach for be given the free hand for picking back home stuff and all. So this now stands for this now one for the happen. Now the first step this if we want to develop Sierra Leone football. Now this now the first step. If we get this right, then probably we will begin for old people are accountable. Before, the old people are accountable because they always get excuse. This person tell me I pick this person, and that person they tell me I pick this person. And I always know say at the end of the day, you not able to do nothing solid. So for me, I'll be always there against that. So I'm really patient with this contract because I just get myself caught up in the last 3-4 months with the NSA and the SLFA. The SLFA and NSA get their own tussles, get their own problems here and there. Then now the Ministry of Sports and the NSA get their own problems here and there. So me just get caught in the middle. Okay? So after I don't go through this draft and then someone another meeting to SLFA with the president, the vice president, the secretary general and the assistant secretary general, the technical director, the team manager. And I say I like few points them where I want to follow regularize in this contract before we sign them. Okay, so one of which, aside the delay of this contract here come back, that the fact say will not be no. SLFA say that they pay me salary. NSA say that them for pay me salary. And what we don't understand over the years, that NSA then they pay salaries to coaches. This time around, in this agreement, it states say that SLFA for pay me salary. So I get confused. I did in the middle now. So okay, which one for believe? What have to talk to you now? So, but I mean, doing the negotiation today, anytime we can negotiate with SLFA, SLFA go say whatever we discuss here will be confidential. And not for discuss of nobody else. I say, oh, okay, that's fine. It's professional, no problem, it's fine. But anytime we go to NSA, I mean, whatever happened there, because this not the way you do in football space, where on those corridors there's something that happen. Something must happen where you go know here and there. So then the SLFA don't say, I'll go to NSA. They say, why you for go negotiate or why you for go sign contract with NSA? I say, I don't sign no contract with NSA. I say, I swear to me, two picking, I don't sign contract with NSA. Come back. I say, but why when they ask me, when I just done last meeting, when I ask me, say, anything we'll discuss there, or when I give me this agreement, this contract, draft, I don't for sure nobody, like say me that 2-year-old picking. I don't get lawyer for go show. I don't get me where for sure. I don't go consult me picking and say, I don't get a job, what do I think about this. So I get issue with, sorry guys, I get issue with the salaries. And then there is, another side where states say, that me responsible for the national A team. And that means I have to prepare the team, select players and prepare team and then go to competitions and everything, which is good. But look at the other hand, few months before that, then we don't appoint home-based coach. And one of the agreements the way me and Thomas Tadigbema get is the fact that Sierra Leone is one, Leone Stars is one goal, one Leone Stars. I don't get home base, I don't get foreign base. Yeah, because if you look at the first outing, we get over 17, 15 home base players. Because I will not say, for build a strong national team, for build the foundation, if we start from home base, home ground. Moreover, if I base that Freetown. If I base that Freetown, then obviously the foundation will be built from Sierra Leone. So we involve a lot of home base players then, just because of the fact, say, I've been on this salon for a very long time, and then most of these players who don't play for salon before, I don't get the opportunity for see them. Yes, I'm going to go watch them here and here, I'm going to watch them, but I make everybody understand, say, me, they watch game as supporter. It's different from what they watch game as a technical man. Yeah? So most of the games I watch Leone Stars, why they say they play Bakayoko, Camille, Kallon, Sule Kai, and all these other guys. I don't see that they play, yes. But I don't sabi them background and everything, so I don't watch them that kind of way. So I be decide saying, I don't go pick them for the first games. Yeah, so I take plenty on base with me. And then we work for 4 months, and they did very, very well. I mean, they are very, very appreciative. I mean, they go and do very well. And from that time, they will pick up the job. We don't get about 7, 8 of them on base players, then they would not secure contracts overseas, which for me, they're not development. Yes, bring hope to Sierra Leone football once more. And so, I will emphasize, say, don't get only one technical team where they oversee the home base team and the national team. When for me, a one green team, because the home base they only go one competition. So me go to coach the team for 11 months, then get CHAN competition when I last for 1 month. Then me go down coach this team here for 11 months. Then 1 month another set of coach then can take them players they are going to competition. It will be a lot of confusion because I'm the one for play and how the other person you want for play. Yeah, so this will bring serious destruction and everything. And me, why make it talk all along? I know they come out, can talk, can vent. But for the fact me, I'm the chairman of ex-players. That means the Heroes Foundation, I'm the chairman. So I have to be careful, of how they address things. And then at the part of the coaching association. So most of them coaches here, me and they all play. So now, if me they protest and complain for do things this right way, not for the future. They do it for the best interest of the coaches then tomorrow. Because if they apply this to me, they agree with this way, when the method, way for me, now the professional way for do things. If you appoint a coach, they count in backroom staff. No? Count in backroom staff, then you free and you work. So this is for the future, and they do it for myself. Because I might coach national team. Maybe it don't go last as it don't happen so. So I be no, say I'm not going for there forever. But if I don't lay a strong foundation for other coaches, they will go for can strive on them. So now this will be the plan for do. So now in delay, we never for sign that contract, a particular contract. Then serious issues then can now with NSA and SLFA and the Ministry of Sports have come in the middle. Yeah, so now we don't be seen as scapegoats. And the SLFA, the thing say, I deal with NSA and NSA, you understand? So I was just in the middle. So it'd be difficult. So, we don't have to be responsible. Because at the first place was, me as a coach with my backroom staff, or me as the head of the technical team, me and NSA, Ministry of Sports, and SLFA, no one is inside a room, no get meeting together, will get common understanding, they'll keep for work. No? So for the past 5 months, SLFA and NSA being serious problem, for supremacy, whether for old money, whether for old money, whether for doing control, whether for doing control. Now the ministers have don't jump in and everything. So I was left with no choice. And anytime where I get this small issue, I can always make a known to the ED of NSA, because and Thomas Taliban then convinced me. But now I don't can get new administration where I try for be so professional, for make sure that anytime they call me, anything they ask for, I do it. Follow forget, good relationship. So as the president will don't give me 100% assurance, say, now then I ask able to, anything I want, that the SLFA I work for, and I need work for the NSA. I said, okay, fair enough, no problem, it's fine. So, from then, I begin ask for, I say, okay, now we get games where they come up. And now the FIFA friendly windows, they come. I said, so we'll let for play friendly matches. Luckily, we get Senegal, we don't approach you before. Johnny Makeni from Gambia, we don't approach you before. And then Gabon, we don't approach you. And then Liberia, of course. So anytime when they contact me, I call the technical director or send the contact to the technical director and the general secretary for them talk to them. So then going for grants, we friendly games, which we needed so much. For able for test and challenge the players them, and able for involve other players them from Europe, like the one friendly will get in Azerbaijan. So I do that like maybe 4 or 5 times at a request, 4 or 5 times at a request, and then before that, I say, okay, well, let's make a trip to Europe. Or England, because England will get like maybe 9 or 10 players them from Sierra Leone descent. Wakey always can play for Saloon. I said, okay, well, una give me logistic. I do a budget, I do everything, I send them to them, send here. Me and Benson talk about them many times. The team manager, when AKB, we talk about them many times. No, well, we go do this, we go do that, we go do that. Okay? So after me, don't request for all of these friendly matches, we'll never forget none. So one day, I mentioned, out of frustration and dissatisfaction, I mentioned on the Facebook page, say, oh, I don't have friendly window, opportunity gone. And the SLFA was furious that I'm not for going on social media and do all these other things. I said, well, social media is my personal space. Yeah, I'm not saying nothing wrong way for bring any cures. So, fast forward. So, now, this the FIFA series friendly come up. I was so happy. Yes, when the FIFA series come up, where I see him, the first day they post them out, where I see him, I was so happy. I said, oh, okay. Then we go for use them, give me an for see a lot of players than we I never see before. So we get 2 games. So we're supposed to play against Oman, and we're supposed to play against Azerbaijan. So I said, okay, well, this is the best thing I can do. Let us go England. Let go see them players here. Let know what to expect. Yeah. So I take flights from here, book hotel, call the scout. Yeah. The chief scouts of Sierra Leone, with Maltina Camara, me, my good friend, my brother, who all play together, me for Edwards, and he decide London right now. Go pick me up, get to hotel, take train, transportation from here to there for go see the players, then go to Indolo, sit down with Indolo, Mama, and talk to them. All the issues that we bring, I try to take responsibility, say, whenever you pick in camp with the national team, it will be taken care of. We'll go make sure say it's comfortable. Yes. Go to Usman Kamara as well. We don't go Blackburn now, be the Arsenal. Yeah, by then, so it'll be just on the way for move to Blackburn. Go back, go talk to him, Papa and him Mama. And even though they tell me about a lot of things that will be happening, the other 20 Nations Cup when they play. I go for apologize for any inconvenience on behalf of the SLFA and waiting be happening. Talk to them. And then go to Ibrahim Fuller. So Ibrahim Fuller, even though that time nobody feel well, I go watch one of them games. I see them play against West Brom. So I go see how they play. Exciting player. Fantastic player. Very, very good. Young. He's 18. I think he's supposed to be 19 now. He's super, super, super talented. I think if you see him, he get all the attributes of Ade Mola Lukman for Nigeria. They look the same. They play with both feet and everything. So I take that venture, they go. Serena has never known about this. I get all the pictures, I do all the videos. I go on my own expense. I do everything. I come back. Contact the president and tell us, say, no, I can't because I be so curious for see some of them guys. Then they they bring them come. I don't waiting for expect. I go there on my own. Pay on my own. Go come. I don't ever post all them pictures. I never say nothing to nobody. I know one day go to the SLFA say, no, can give me my refund, or a baby ticket back, or give me money back. I know one day ask nobody. I go. Yeah. Okay, so after that, when I come back, the president invites me our house to him. Yes, and so I get McFish, Fisher, Lansana, will be the part of my back home staff, and Banjo, Tarawali, when I goalkeeper, they say be my back home staff. So get call me. Because before that, we don't get a meeting where the technical director and the president tell me, say, I have to set aside, I have to pull McFish. Then I asked, I said, well, why make you pull McFish? He said, no one's around, I said, oh, because then they come with their own welfare officer. I said, oh. I said, but McFish seems like there as a welfare officer, but not to SLFA DPM. Or not to NSADPM, so nobody PM from the government. So what do they do? My fish and all play together, sacrifice for Sierra Leone, play all the major games that we think about. The biggest game we win against Nigeria, my fish play in that game. So me and the back home staff now will be the collect money and give back fish. SLF nobody get allowance, nobody get allowance. So I say, well, why we need to kick them out? But I understand that and just mean. Okay, I say, okay, well, I don't stand on the way, go set them aside. Then come back again and then say, we'll get for set aside Banjul as well. I say, Banjul? I say, why? I say, let me go keep our coach. I say, no, we don't answer him around because Kista say, he might not qualify. But I think, I'm aid now. Not qualify for waiting. For coach, goalkeeper coach, not qualify. I begin think. I say, oh, I know I cause problem. And see, John Kista, I don't do all the coaching courses then, So I begin to think, I said, but for me, they part of the system. I know there is a goalkeeper coach coaching calls as alone. I never do calls for goalkeeping. But now I'm being problem. I say, okay, no problem. So after 2 days, then I contact John back. I say, okay, I go replace Banjo with Sojus, Kefala Mara. We play for Sierra Leone. Fantastic goalkeeper. Broke all 2 elbows them with me. Na Gabon, I think Congo. It was a Congo game, I think. Or Congo and Tunisia, I think 1 penalty game today. And they broke your elbow. Yeah. Then guys in the sacrifice Salon play for Salon. And Sojus, happy for B, very, very qualified. They get UEFA license as well. So I say, I go replace Banjo with Sojus. They say, okay, no problem. Yeah. So fast forward, this FIFA series, Azerbaijan trip come. Yeah. And the technical director approached me and say, we need all our credentials, me and my back home staff. We need all our license and everything. I said, oh, okay, no problem. So it's fine. I was the first. Remember, the first person who sent me diploma or certificate to the technical director. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago or so, the CAF competition were playing with FC Kallon, and that same license there, now I use for play. Then, when I get my appointments with the national team, all them games that they were playing in the World Cup qualifiers, that same license there. And so Ibrahim, we had the competitions. Yep. And Mayan, we had the TMS person at the SLFA. Now that same license they use for insert in the system for be eligible for coach and stay in the line. So when this FIFA series come, then say, CAF don't add the coaching convention. I say, okay, no problem. I say, but the license will be present. Then I for bring diploma or I for bring something else. So I begin wondering now, what's the people that they talk about? What they talk about? This license I don't use all this time. Nobody don't ever question them. So why now? Now I say no, when I get card. I say a card. I begin think, I don't know if in America, begin call me picking, let's scatter the one old place and everything, begin look for her. Sorry. That next day I come back to the house, I was so furious. Yeah, so sad. Didn't know about the think. Also I don't left them in Cadia. I go to America or go there, because most of the certificate in the America. Now I say, okay, now they done the rest. So just turn around, I get one plastic bag where he always puts me foreign money there working on so much travel work, they pull all the coins them all the time I put on there. So I just go look inside that bag. Me I just give me say go look inside that bag. Where I go look inside that bag there, I just send all 3 the card them. That's me UEFA B license, me UEFA A license, and me UEFA Pro license. The all three the card them. Now I take them. Now I take picture of them, I send them to the president of the Football Association, to the team manager, the secretary general, the technical director, I send them to the all. So now I don't begin get doubt already. Now problems don't begin for I don't begin think one kind of way. So the next day, I come in the house, I go there, I go show them physical one. Because now I don't begin now say there is doubt. They say they doubt me coaching credential. So if I don't show that certificate, they now they say no, something wrong. Because the thing will happen now, Keule go there, then call Keule as well. So Keule we don't send you, send them to me, then insert sender. So Kista tell us they count them. It's a hard copy. So Keule go down there and then say Kista maybe or president, then we look the license and say, why make you for sign there, whether they want to sign and I say, okay. I say, okay, no problem. So that means then doubt we coaching certificate, right? Okay. And then the technical department, someone they meeting and they invite me. Go to that meeting day, all the committee members they meet, present the license and every other thing. Technical director, go around. I think the technical director now serve as secretary general another committee day. Yeah. But before ever I get to that meeting day, it's a SLFA now. So from the discourse, I don't know say something that happened. I don't know the feeler say something that happened. They were the one for sack me on this ground. So straight away I begin to think, waiting for. Take off, go down to the FA, and then the president, the vice president one, Mr. Badaga, then chair the meeting and open the floor, prayers and everything, and then start with the coaching credential. Say yes, okay, we all document and they are and all, but we get reservation here because this license we just think say it forgets. I mean, other additional we need for verify. Now I say okay, now they contest that license there. And I say no, I'm not contest some license. I say because I don't really on the corridor say me get fake license and every other thing. So now tell me that say get fake. Now you on a technical director. And they say no, we not say that, we not say that. They say we just need for verify. I said okay, no problem. Now go ahead and verify. Okay. So then the first video we I put on Facebook. So when someone me in that meeting there, yeah, then I call them. I say, okay, now when we don't ask the football federation, the Italian Football Federation for the convention, coaching convention, and they say, oh, okay, forget the coaching convention, you get for the refresher. And then send me the online link. I go to the link, and then I have to say yes. I have to pay all the fees then for able for renew my license. Go through the 15-30 hours. Way at the Panam. Because the SLFA, I don't know if now World Cup will go for go play. I don't know how they may take this FIFA series if now World Cup will go play. Every day they call me, no, you get deadline. Deadline for waiting. No, the coaches they get deadline for register. I said, well, deadline on waiting. I don't want to see coach they get deadline. Because you can meet the deadline today, then after 2 days they sack you. So then what you meet the deadline for? With job, deadline all day, you can sack you at any time. So I see they push, they come. So I don't feel already, I don't confident. I don't know say this something that happened. So then I go on Facebook, I say, okay, here I am. I depend do the renewal of my license. Yes, because I don't know what's in the play already. So then, when I done, then I get another video back saying, I done my coaching license, and this is not the new one, the updated one, will last till 2029. Then I come at the meeting, call on a meeting, then I can present the convention. So I present the convention, and he say, well, now this time they ask for if I don't present this everywhere. I say, oh, okay, no problem. And discussion starts. Yes. So as I say, waiting middle on social media, now I made the talk. As I say, I want to be professional. Anything we know we not come out, then I'm not going to talk about her. The GSA, they ask me for add Zappa, or they ask me for add the Guinean coach. Nabo Rangers. I would not if I call him the Guinean coach because I mean I don't understand discriminating or whatever, but I don't have a name. I don't have a full name. That is I don't know because when are we African? If you go to Europe for go play, if Europeans, it's Italian they talk, they will refer to you. They will say that African guy. So it's nothing. Okay. So then the VP1 say. Okay, we don't go through them, it's fine. You document them fine, but Paul Parker and Keole get issues. Say because they're not qualified for the bench. They say, and now they get just 2 or 3 days for register for the FIFA series. So now they get 4 positions. Head coach, assistant coach 1, 2, and 3. So the one for field them position in there. For go the FIFA series, I said, 4 positions. And Keole and Paul Parker are not good for go. I said, but why are they not good for go? They said, no, because they don't meet this threshold. I said, probably they think that, okay, then 2 guys, now they get UEFA A license, the other one get UEFA B license. So, I mean, what's going to happen? So I think quick. Now I say, okay, well, on the backroom staff, first. Other great nations, yeah, who will for the emulate and follow. Most of the countries then they get 21 or more people in the backroom staff. Salon will not get privilege for do that. So we get only 8 or 9 backroom staff now get. Because NSA make a very, very clear saying they don't get money for pay all the backroom staff and everything. They don't get money for the gear allowance system. So we limit her to 8 to 9 9 backroom staff that just won't get 21. So I asked them, I said, okay, what about all the other positions they were there? I said, these 4. So head coach, assistant coach 1 and 2 and 3. What about the masseur, the physio? What about nutritionist? What about psychological coach, motivational coach, mental coach? What about all the while we're there? And I said, no, I don't know first the one for field, for go, and everything. I said, okay, well, in this case, me and Paul Parker and Kiwule don't work for the last 6 years. And now we don't work with the last 6 games, we don't play, we don't get that kind collaborative result with the national team. And you can see the foundation we don't build already. Yeah? This quick time. I said, so I'm very, very comfortable with them and I'm not going to lose them at this time. I said, so if the assistant 1 or assistant 2 and 3, because now automatically if Keole and Paul not a day, that means Paul not be assistant 1 anymore. So now they move Musa Kallon to assistant 1. Then now you got assistant 2 and 3. What do you want for filling with 2 different people then? Now ask them, so who don't want for filling, who don't want for bringing and everything. So then they say Zappa. I said, oh, okay. I said, I don't get issue with Zappa. He's a very good coach. He's a very good friend of mine and a brother and every other thing. Yeah. I said, but I don't begin for work with them people there. Yes. We don't get common understanding right now. We share the same philosophy and ideology on all what they do. I said, it's difficult now. I mean, for I can bring somebody else, we get for take a long time for them to understand me. I said, so we're not going to take at this time. I said, but in the future, obviously I'm going for work with a lot of people. I said, it's fine. And they say, okay, it's fine. Everything fine with them. Meeting done. Meeting adjourned or done. We go. After 2 days, they send me a letter. The technical director, when they act as Secretary General, now the technical committee, send me a letter, say they don't set me aside. That means they don't sack me. Or setting me aside is like sacking me. I say, oh, okay. Why? Say they want to verify my credential and all. I say, okay. No problem. So, it's fine. So after 2 days, couple of days and so, and then call me back on a meeting and bring me come back and say, no, we don't reinstate you back. After the deliberation, we talk about a lot of things that I don't want to mention. Deliberation, and then we done, and then say they don't reinstate me back. They send me letter back, say we don't reinstate you back as head coach of the national team. So this sack, they sack me so, to the first time they sack me so, they will not sack me before. As I say, we don't always see this coming. And then this FIFA series, obviously, they boil down, they come. But the day when they set me aside, so that last meeting day when they set me aside, Zappa be there around and ML be there around. I think, yes, so that they get interview. But the thing where they're happening is we're not for shy off that the fact say anything that's happening at SLFA, everybody know. So before ever I go to SLFA, I don't know say they go for go set me aside. Anyways, I'm not saying them they go for go set me aside. Anyways, before I go. So the thing now way bad now, that the fact say I go for go in a meeting with a technical committee, I'm already defensive. Yeah? I'm already defensive already. So are they ready for anything to for happen? So anything they say I go for say no. Because I don't know exactly how they go for do. So ask me for like Zappa coming. I say no. So after 2 days, call me back and then now we meet on a neutral place. Where that be me, the technical director, the team manager, and the Secretary General. Yes, some into a meeting, but this time we'll not be able for all the meeting SLFA. So we moved the meeting. They moved the meeting to Adelaide Street to the Leadway office, something like that. Yes, we go there, and Benson not be there. So they never called Benson on the phone. Yeah. But all of this, although all these 6 months, even before they make Alimao the welfare officer, we don't know 6 months ago. So now what did they go tell me? I don't know that day, few months ago anyways. And they along the corridor, everybody know. Okay? Say they therefore impose some coaches on you. So I don't be defensive already. Yeah. So we go Adelaide Street. Then sit on the phone, and call the meeting to order, and then ask. Say yes, okay. Now that you know the goalkeeper and every other thing and all, so please, now we add the goalkeeper from Bo Rangers, and I said, okay. So the Guinean guy, I said, okay, no problem. I say, but for me, for now, we don't need to add any goalkeeper coach. I know I'm good goalkeeper coach. Prior to that meeting, where they will set Banchu, where they say for pull Banchu, mind you, from all the side of the camp for me, the president will not guarantee me say they will give me free hand for work. The only thing we all mean at this job is performance. Okay? Now they say for pull Banjo. They come back say for pull Fisher. I say okay. Now they don't come back now they say I for put goalkeeper. I say okay. Now for go this Azerbaijan, I give them soldiers in passports for get visa for her. And forget ticket for her for go Azerbaijan. Nobody will ever talk about soldiers until we get to that meeting. And then say, well, we're going in a couple of days with travel. And we want to go with the goalkeeper coach of Bo Rangers and every other thing. I say, okay. I say, but what we go do, the best thing we go do, we go this trip. I'm going to go about 10 days now to go for. We will come back. I will make sure say I make me way up to Bo for that goal this keeper. Let know his strength. Let know who's can keeper. Coach this one, because this job what they do, all man different. Me I know like keeper say for the fly. Me keeper, if they kick ball up at the corner, we don't see they go for puller, catcher. Nobody you go for the scrap, then I lose you for how many months. Me I like keeper, we understand the game, we technically good with him foot. If we play with both foot, if possible, but if I be a very good server. At the first place, I make me goalkeeper coach will be one from the initial stage that Mohamed Kallon. Because Mohamed Kallon give very good technique. If I play long ball, 60 yards pass, 70 yard pass, then I can goalkeeper coach to me once. We go for play, diagonal passes, squeeze passes, middle of the channels and every other thing. That's all I let me goalkeeper play. Me no one goalkeeper with fly. Yeah. So now they ask why make Kemokai for big goalkeeper coach? Come on now. Goalkeeper coach, where they coach teams all over the world. Walter Zenga, the other goalkeeper coach, and coach. You see him? Okay, so go back. So I said and say, okay, when I come back, I will go Bo, I will go look this goalkeeper, try to understand them, then probably we can for work together. I said, but this trip, we'll not go book and go. And they say, okay. Then we agree for go the trip. Yeah? Go, they put the arrangement for go. Then now the Inga Tussles players, injury, Bundu pull out, obviously Augustus injured, and Billy Lee able for Cameroon because of documentation. Yeah, so we got free player here. Yeah. So then we say, okay, now we add Kabia because we got free player we start by. Yeah, because I know you want to take Diaby because I'm a senior player, I know everything about Adosabia for me small. So we have to give chance to the Camille, the Callum, and other players there. But Callum gets injured, so pull him on the way. So I never see Busquets when they play for Eastern Lions, I never see him. And they say they do very, very well in America. And I go through some videos and everything. So that's okay. Let the opportunity for Canada. So during that discussion day, I say, okay, let we get tickets for Busquets Laker. So I never talk to Cheno Musa facilitate that, and we get tickets for him, and then bring him come in. So they call me now for the visa and all that thing. That visa they send for me now. When me open the visa, all my get visa day. I see Zappa get visa. I see Sheku, Abraham, Kamara. The Kamara would see get visa. So that means we don't plan all this beforehand. Safe, before ever they can talk to me safe. Zappa we don't get visa, and this Kamara goalkeeper coach we don't get visa. Because we get the visa 1 month before. So I know exactly now, so I don't confirm now and say, okay, this is it. Anything you get for YP and I not say no certain happen. Prepare for the trip. We go Azerbaijan. Go prepare for the game. Say now. 4 days before the game, now I call the team manager, AKB. I tell her, AKB, this side of my face, I get serious operation damage, taken down on my cheek and everything. I'll be there coma for 2 days. We played against Bayern in Italy, and I scrapped this one whole part. So 4 days before the game, I go meet TM and the doctor. I tell him, say, me, I don't begin numb and I need to see fine on this side. I say, I want to go do medical. I say, I begin medical time. I think I know that be match if you don't do. So I call my manager, my former manager, Sam, Nigerian guy. I call him and say, let's book appointment for me for Lago, Italy. Azerbaijan, they 3 hours or 4 hours from Milan. I said, okay, laugh. Then the team manager do for me tickets. From Milan, from Azerbaijan to Milan, then from Milan to Freetown. But to be honest, yes, when he do that reservation day, the ticket will cost like $3,000. So I say, oh, okay, no problem. This one will be difficult. I say, okay, well, let it get for me ticket for just go Milan no more. Then after Milan, now maybe go find me way go down Freetown. Yeah. But after one day, now I realize, say, I don't get Schengen entry. My documents wait for him for take me to Schengen. I don't get her with me. And I say, oh, okay, it's not possible again. I said, okay, with this, let's just fly from Azerbaijan, go Freetown, instead of going to Guinea and take the bus from Guinea and then come back to Freetown. So I just left back the next day. So I tell me the team manager, but it not get back to me with Andy because we play on that was on Sunday. No, we play on Monday, so yeah, so we left on Wednesday. No, left on Tuesday. See, Wednesday or Tuesday. So fast forward, go to the game, play the game. In that Azerbaijan game day, from where it starts, we get 2 teams. Now we don't prepare. So for go with 23 or more players, so go for get 2 teams. Team A and Team B. So everybody go for play. But I'm not be so worried about the players that I don't see. We don't play with me for the last 6 months or 8 months or so, or the last games them. I don't get issue with them because I know them. Me, I know the capability. I know what they can offer and everything. So I know you have to see them that much. But if you game today, if they get another game, because we play against Oman and then play against Azerbaijan. So I said, okay, one team go play and the other team play the other game. But before going to Azerbaijan, we don't know say Oman don't pull out. So now one game we gets to Azerbaijan, begin prepare for the game. And maybe don't promise them new players here will not play with me yet before. I don't promise them say where I go before me let them play. So now we left with no option. Now no more get for play. And now they don't understand what we they do. Because we don't get a system already. We don't get an identity already how they play. So then I asked the player them we don't play with me before. I said this, no come together. Lord give the new player the opportunity for play. Sorry. So me and the backroom staff we will put something together, begin to go through the steps. In terms of functional exercise and everything we go lead, we follow play, how we play so. I say all the players then go for come help for make sure the player don't understand what you want to do. Okay, so we'll go to 2 model. We'll go to back 4, 2 in midfield and then 4 up front. Maybe we can make Sule come inside, can play as a 10, because I'm number 10. For me, I'm number 10 based on the characteristics. So I said, okay, we'll go fake. When here we go higher, then Alpha can play right back. Now we could put the only reason we could put Alpha right back, that the fact say, Yaya, now wing back in the play for a club. Idris, now wing back in the play for a club. So now if I can make Idris play as a striker, and then make Yaya play as a left back, I no say problem there for day. Because we're not used to them. I said, okay. So now they fake like for so they play with back 4, but in the sense that back 3 they play with. So as soon as we get the ball, Yaya in the left and go higher. Go play in a natural position. Yes? So that's the plan of the game. Start for 20 minutes, then after we can switch now to 3-5-2, whereby we can get to wing back now. So Idris will go for a wing back position, and then Yaya can go from a wing back position. Then Sule Kaikai go can now and play number 10 in front of the 2 defensive midfield, one of the Camille and the Alpha Busquets. And then we go 2 striker, will be Daniel and Bakayoko. So everybody playing in comfortable positions. So and then we just want to let them play, even though there's come in and we change and other things then. But they're impressive. They play very well, and I like what they do, So after the game, everybody come, give speech, the manager gives speech, and everybody gives speech and everything. And the leader of the delegation, when Badaga come, give strong speech, motivation to the players, them and everything. We're good. Yeah. But before the game, as always, one of the things that we, Mr. Babadi and the Secretary General Bidon Pomi say, most of these things, money issues, flight issues, go be laid to rest. It not going to ever happen in their own tenure. It happened one time. The first game self we Babadi meet, the executive meet when I be against Ethiopia. The players then say they want the money before the game. Yeah. Even inside Guinea-Bissau, they protest for the money before game. I never talk to them. I said, no, wait, still go like the year. Who go like the year, they will go on the money. Yes, I said, go play the game. Then play the game, and then we come. So now, 2 games. Guinea-Bissau game and Burkina Faso game. The Guinea-Bissau game inside Bissau. The same day for the game. And most of, about 7 of the players, they arrived. I will call it the same day. Get fatigue and every other thing. But I know I take full responsibility of the result. I know I can't say that because they can't lead, because they get camp and they could lose. I take full responsibility and they could draw. So the same thing can happen in Azerbaijan. The player they come up to me and call me in a meeting. They lock down one of the room, the captain in the room between Kwame and Samadia, and then they in charge. So they come in the room and I pop up and then come up with a discussion and say, they don't want to play the game. I said, oh, why? He said, no, because you're not getting the money and all. And then we don't say this not forever happen. I said, oh, it's true, fair enough. It's not true, it's fine, no problem. I said, but this, before that safe, in a wonderful practice before the game, I called them immediately film, made them aware of the situation. Say, they can sack me at any time. Yeah, because of I stand for the things them way tomorrow go make I able forget good results. Because if the FA want for support me, they for stand by me. I mean, let them that do waiting are comfortable with. Let work with the people they are comfortable with. So I go forget the desired result where everybody wants. I say them imposing people on me, they don't start looking for door, they don't get for work. And so I make sure they understand, say, then things that don't happen a couple of times and I don't deny. And me knowing how we are doing and they think, they're not going to think about the developmental. They're not going to think about the impact we don't create in this last 1 year. Who's side the team there right now? There, in the 5th in the World Cup qualifiers, we scored 10 points. Apart from Amikarim. Amikarim did very well, he got 5 points. So if you put me points to Amikarim, he will get 15 points. 30 years ago, now we get 15 points. That means we'll qualify the first time for Gold Nations Cup. We play against Algeria, Senegal, and Guinea-Bissau. We'll get 15 points because we win about 3 or 4 games. And last 10 minutes, I don't score 15 points. So I will not ever get 15 points again. The last Nations Cup will qualify, now 7 points that we'll get. Then now we don't play 6 games, we'll get 10 points. Me get 10 points, and you can get 5 points. So let me count. Me own 6 games when we play, I get 10 points. Then in our automatic qualifiers. That means the next Nations Cup are the qualify. So we and the players that don't get meeting on that, we don't correspond with the players, they're everything. The way the team they right now, how we don't build the team and how they play, we don't say any group of them put we will they qualify. Go to AI, I go to AI, say do a possible group for Sierra Leone. The possible people will go meet. Because now, why make a complain? All this while say we need friendly matches. Now, if you find out, say, with the pots, I take the team with the 126 or 127 or so. Now with the 119. So it's 6th step. If we go inside the top 30, or that means 28, 26, 29, there's strong possibility to say, because we don't add 4 teams already to the Nations Cup qualifiers, we don't add another 4 teams. Now with the pot 3. So pot 3 means, or pot 1, all the top teams them from 1 to 11, all the top team them, the Senegal, the Morocco, Egypt, and all the pot 1. Then pot 2, like the Ghana, Mali, and all these teams are in the pot. So the third Pot winner, pot 3, this alone day. But if we play plenty friendly matches, we score points in them matches then day, it can possible for going to pot 2. Because we'll go pot 2, we'll able to qualify comfortably. Because it will be, for example, it will be Senegal win at the top, in Africa, Senegal and Morocco. And then probably it will be Ghana, then after Ghana, then Sierra Leone and Chad, or Sierra Leone, Liberia, or Sierra Leone, Seychelles. Then team then they. So we go to pot 3. But for the pot 2, because the only reason we make we qualify 1996 Nations Cup and 1995, that because we go to pot 2. So we only need for beat 2 teams. We'll get 6 points, home and away, 6 points. Yes, that is 6 points. So automatically we go 12 points and qualify easy. Yeah. So now we find ourselves in that position, and I could be always the demand for friendly matches. So before that game day in Azerbaijan, I don't cry too. The team manager already say my face enormous. So now I don't go to bench, I don't go Allah, what can I say the dressing room? You see me, not to be energy than they. My normal energy and passion why the coach not in that game there. Even though they have to be friendly match, so I never Allah because he ate with the heart of a bad one. So after the game, as normal. So what I want people understand on this again, are the fact saying before they start this job, we go back to staff, we don't delegate responsibility to everybody. Paul Parker get responsibility, Musa Kallon get responsibility, Bongo when the IT guy get responsibility. Paul Parker and they take all informations from the opponents, get the videos, get the information and everything and come. Yeah. Musa Kallon and do all the writing of everything that happened in our practice, everything that happened in our games there. Musa Kallon writes about the opponents and writes about everything that happened in the game time from the day OBE practice to the game. Musa Kallon and take details of that day all. So they do the match report. It's easier for them to do match reports because we get a lot of information. So now we don't say if me the coach throughout, I mean they didn't the scene at the coach. Paul Parker and Musa Kallon, then going to go for the pre-match and the post-match conference. You know? So I think I go against Egypt, let me do the press conference, and then against Ethiopia, let me do the press conference as well. And then most of the other time, Paul Parker and I can delegate the responsibility to. So now I think all waiting I hear from the Secretary General. I'm not thinking say they sack me because of protocol or because of press conference or because of indiscipline or because of conduct. You know? For me, as a coach, I don't say my responsibility in day. My responsibility now for provide leadership for the backroom staff and the players there. And one of my responsibility are for lead the team professionally. Yeah. After game, I will do press conference, pre-match and post-match. Yeah. But the image I get backroom staff. If I'm not available, I'm not mentally stable, you still say I will still go do press conference? No. If they ask Sierra Leone for bring them coach for go do press conference, if we not present nobody, we not delegate the responsibility to nobody, we say nobody in the go do press conference, then it's an offense, then it's a crime, then it's a fine. I don't think it's for lead to even sacking. Yeah. So delegate the responsibility to Paul Parker. Now they mentioned say Paul Parker be registered as mental coach. Yeah. Me an example maybe give. Say with Paul Parker and Keule, we can make them or mental coach or psychological coach or nutritionist. Boku position in there. I'm not be telling say for going to Paul as mental coach. Then fast forward. When Paul go do the pre-match in Azerbaijan, on the screen of the TV, it was written boldly, Paul Parker, assistant coach Sierra Leone. Then we get the team manager, Marian, and then we get the media and marketing. And then 3 they come, then say for send for go for pre-match conference. I said, okay, when I take Paul Parker. Then all the registration, the list, the team sheet, and all the team sheet. Now then they register from top to bottom. But I got the list for the to me. Now me for enter the players them and the back home staff in that list. But then they get them, the team and get them. Now they feel I know what they say nothing, I know what they ask them. So if them don't say, them feel Paul Parker as mental coach, they meet ask Paul Parker for go do pre-match. Not to say no, Paul Parker not go for go because the mental coach will register him as. Instead, they go to Paul Parker. The way Paul Parker don't do it now, me, I don't see the video. I go watch the interview. I go watch it near somebody. As he say, then present Paul Parker as assistant coach of Sierra Leone. You see? So now, the post-match came down, then come back. I said, okay, let Paul Parker go do. They said, no, Paul Parker don't go. I said, but I'm not there in a good state for go do this conference. I said, okay, let Musa go. So then Musa take off for go. Now they say, the president of Azerbaijan Federation can talk to me. But that doesn't make sense. Me first when I coach, it's not possible I go to other team than dressing room. What I go today? How the Azerbaijan president the come on your own dressing room can I inside Sierra Leone their own dressing room for can talk to the coach for them go press conference because of FIFA get for sanction? Does that make sense? Does that match anywhere? None in business. I not talk to nobody. No president no come meet me can talk to me. No FIFA rep no come meet me can talk to me. It was very simple. It was very calm. We don't make no palaver. It was simple. I said let Musa go do the post match. If not that one make them feel like a bad day for go do press conference. Then I think say I'll be unfairly dismissed. Yeah? It'll be unfair dismissal. Very unfair, if not for that. Because at the point, if I'm able to do something, we don't get this discussion before on the left field. On many occasions, say, we don't plan, say after every game, we get to know the delegate responsibilities then too.
All right, a lot has been said there actually. You've been hearing from Mohamed Kallon, the sacked head coach of Leone Stars. Actually, that very video was recorded yesterday night, and we've taken the liberty to listen to it again this morning, whilst we await the arrival of our guests, two of whom have actually turned us down. We were expecting Thomas Daddy Brimer, former SLFA president, who has declined, and also Chris Kamara, former SLFA Secretary General. He too has actually declined at the last minute this morning, but we've managed to get Pa Ali Sise. He's senior football analyst, and of course in the studio as well this morning we're joined by Dr. Emmanuel Saffa Abdulai. Dr. Abdulai is executive director of the National Sports Authority. I'll go straight into the conversation. We don't have much time actually, but Doctor, the sport minister, before addressing what Kallon spoke about there, the Minister of Sport had actually gone on radio and had blamed the NSA for all of this mess. What do you have to say?
Yeah, but how? The question is how. Thank you for the question and thank you for having me. The Ministry of Sport is governed by rules and regulation. The NSA Act has a provision in which if actions had been taken according to NSA Act, we will not be here. The NSA Act in sections 35(1)(g), it says, without prejudice to any other section, the Minister of Sport is supposed to make regulations and rules on how to appoint coaches and sack them, not just coaches, umpires, you know. Since I came to the NSA, those rules have not been made. So if those rules were made, the SLFA would have followed those rules. This is the act of the NSA that is giving instructions that a law or policy and guidelines should have been made. Now, let us go one step forward. The SLFA recruited Mohamed Kallon.
Okay.
They informed us. We had several meetings with Kallon. They announced him, we unveiled him. He's worked for them for 13 months. While he's working for them, they've traveled with him, he's coached the team, they've dealt with him. He has also received allowances for appearing on games. Then they decided that because of disagreement or disciplinary stuff, they decided to sack him. What has the NSA got to do with that? Nothing. Now, let us move one step forward to the issue of contract. When Mohamed Kallon or any coach is appointed by the SLFA, they send it to us to negotiate the terms because the government of Sierra Leone pays. So when Kallon came in, we started negotiations and people talking about figures. Mohamed had called bigger figures than what is being branded. We started at $70,000 a month. We beat that to 50. He came down to 40. He came down to 30. And we came to 15.
And just to paint context, is what you're paying him now for him alone or the entire backroom staff?
$15,000 for him alone.
For him alone?
A month.
Okay.
Now, when Daddy Ibrahim appointed Mohamed Kallon and he and his ESCO, I asked them, do a comparative analysis in the region, how much they pay coaches of this nature. He sent us a document. So we beat Kallon down to that level. In every discussions, I brief the minister. The NSA and the ministry meet every Tuesday. Like today, there's a meeting at 11 where these issues come up. There are minutes which I have read from. There's a minute of the 7th of July 2025 where the minister asked about the contract of the Leone Stars coaches. The ED responded that we are still negotiating. We have not been able to get a figure. We will come back to you with the update. Action point, the ED to write the finance secretary of the Ministry of Finance to negotiate on the amount and get back. Now, every Tuesday this issue has come up. The minister has been fully briefed. We did 20,000, or we did 40,000, we did 60,000. Then Mr. Babadi Kamara came in and they said, okay, if you guys are negotiating the figure, we will negotiate the technical part, which is what if I do, how I do, and we said, that's fine. Okay. So the negotiations took long because at one point, the NSA was discussing with Kallon on his salary. Then the minister said, I want for meet on all. We went to the conference room and then we said, we are at $20,000. We cannot pay Mohamed $20,000. The country not going to afford that. We are still pushing him to calm down. The next morning, breaking news. Mohamed Kallon demands $20,000. You are negotiating with a professional. We are not coming to conclusion yet. For 5-6 months at the NSA level.
Who wrote that? Who wrote that headline?
Newspapers, bloggers, everywhere. It was there.
So who told them, actually?
That is the context I'm fixing. At the NSA level, when we negotiate with Kallon, it's not just me. It's the Deputy Executive Director, Dr. Swari, Stephen Kelfala, Mr. Spain. These are directors. We sit with him. For 5-6 months, we've been discussing with him. It did not leak. We took it to the ministry. We had a conversation. There was a breaking news in the morning. So the talk broke.
You took it to SLFA or to ministry?
I said the ministry.
Ministry of Sports.
The talk broke down. Kallon was furious. He says, we are discussing. So we waited again for 2-3 months. We come back to the conversation. Then we finally agreed on 15,000. And then there are others who are getting 3,000-4,000, his backroom staff. This is an ongoing process. Because the minister was always asking, he suggested that we go to the financial secretary. Me and the Minister of Sports, we went to the financial secretary. I explained all of these negotiations and we agreed on the figure. The financial secretary said, go write me so we will approve her because we cannot spend money in finance. I went back, wrote to the financial secretary, attached a draft contract to them and they sent an approval. Now the letter which I wrote, it was an instruction again of the leadership meeting, write to the FS. The ED to write to the FS.
Who instructed you? Who instructed you to write?
The leadership. We'll get a leadership meeting over the whole every Tuesday.
And this leadership comprises
of the NSA and the Ministry of Sport.
Okay.
Where we inform the minister of what we are doing.
What about the SLFA?
No, the SLFA is just one association. This is not the ministry leadership meetings.
Okay.
The SLFA is not there. So when we discussed the contract, the leadership said, write to the FS, inform him about this development, and take this forward. So my actions were all based on discussions of the leadership meetings and briefing of the minister. Also, you need to note that the minister chairs those meetings. If you look at the minutes, it says the chairman, she said, she asked, she chairs all of the meetings. So not to say, now being deputy, be chair, everyone is in the know of this contract.
Is it a precedent that it is the SLFA that negotiates salaries with coaches?
No, it is a precedent that it is. So the SLFA will suggest, let me step backward, let me tell you, the Mohamed Kallon situation was unprecedented.
In what way?
Let me explain. Okay. Mohamed was headhunted. We had gone to the World Cup, we spent over $4 million, we not qualify, we did not qualify. When we came back internally, we said, let us soul search. We need to change the coaches, we all agreed. We headhunted him. I went and spoke to him, I have the mandate to speak to him. He says, no, I don't want. He said, I am afraid of this football environment. He said, Adepa, me, FC Cologne stuff, I'm doing my stuff. I said, please, you need to come and help. You know, we know he's good at what he does. He's not a saint. He has his issues, yeah? He's a man who has done his own personal stuff. He's a lone ranger, right? He wants to do the things the way he wants. You could hear what he said on, I want to do this, I not feel say this right, and, you know, you could hear, I know, you know, because that's him. So we brought him. When they brought him, they talked about to him. They gave him what they call a blank check. You select your coaches, negotiate your terms.
Who gave him that directive?
The SLFA, Executive Committee. So they let him come to us to negotiate his term with him. They did not bring figures to us like they did to Amido or someone else. So that's how we got into negotiating terms with him. And we arrived at a figure. We arrived at a figure for his backroom staff, which he brought. When he was appointed, he did something very professional that I haven't seen. He did a booklet. Okay. This is what I am doing. This is my philosophy. This is the approach. These are the players I consider. This is the breakaway. This is my team. In that backroom stuff, he listed his brother, Mohamed Kallon, as goalkeeper coach. Okay. He gave it to us. He gave a copy to the SLFA. You heard what he said. He said, "Nami put Mohamed in. Nami change him." He put him. You know, but why I'm saying this because Ben Simbawa has gone all over, giving an impression like I put Kemokai's name on the list for taking money, right? So he puts his brother's name as goalkeeper. I asked him, I said, how is your brother a goalkeeper coach? He said, I have trained him over the years. He coaches FC Cologne goalkeepers. I am comfortable with him since I have a free hand, right? So, he gave us that list. We took that list forward. When they had changes, they never came back to us. We just move on with our work. We push the name to Ministry of Finance, and that's it. So at this point in time, we sit here looking at, oh, what have we done wrong? What is our problem in this? The SLFA, when they sacked Kallon, they gave reasons in his letter. You all have seen it. You don't go to pre-match press conferences. You don't go to post-match press conferences. You should not go to Azerbaijan pre-match press conferences. You do not go to Azerbaijan post-match press conference. Number 5, you did not appointed someone who is unauthorized to go to the press conference as a mentor coach. Number 6, when your license issue came up, you went to social media. They did not say it's because your contract was not there or your contract has not been signed or the NSA has delayed process. They gave the reason purely as administrative indiscipline. Why is anybody roping me or us into this?
Pali, let us bring you in on the conversation. You've heard, you've listened to Kallon, and I'm sure in the few episodes you've watched across the media, you've heard Dr. Abdulai speak. You've also listened to him just now. You've also heard, Benson Bawo, who was here a week ago or so, and you also heard from FUBA. A lot of mix-up in the system. Now the Minister of Sport is blaming the NSA. Dr. Abdulai has said he should not be blamed for this. Should there be a grounds for the sacking of Kallon based on what the SLFA is putting out in the first place?
Thank you. Good morning to listeners and viewers. I think from all what I've heard, as you rightly said, the issue of Mohamed Kallon's sacking started with the change of administration. Like the ED said, the appointment of Mohamed Kallon on the 25th of February 2025 was done under the Tomodadi Bama administration. Babadi Kama came into office August 2nd, 2025. According to them, they were reviewing all documentation of technical staff from all categories of coaches. Sierra Leone signed to the CAF coaching convention 2 months ago. The CAF coaching convention, we really need to enter that convention. That's why most of the coaches who had their license expired for 10 or more years, we are allowed to coach in any international city because we have not yet signed into that convention. When we sign into that convention, till sometime in February or March from CAF, there we are tied that all coaches who have expired license should renew their license. There came in the issue of Mohamed Kallon and other coaches. Let me go on the side of the ministry and the NSA. You see, we don't want to follow international best practice and standard. The reason being, footballers will be guided, and it is the responsibility of the Football Federation to do so. When Mohamed Kallon was speaking last night, when we just saw the repeat of his statement, it shows a contract written by SLFA according to him, that SLFA drafted the contract given to him to look at it, let it not expose to anyone. He said he's not a fool, he had a lawyer, he has his family, so you have to show that document. But again, in that contract when SLFA drafted, according to him, because he displayed the document, in that contract when he's claiming that SLFA drafted for him to look at, how the ministry and the NSA came into it. Because we had Saffa saying that they had a meeting between the NSA and the ministry, and that the ministry failed to look at the Article 34, whatever, of the NSA Act, which gave the minister his own duty to appoint coach, umpires, and other with the different sporting association. So in all of this, that when the administration changed at SLFA, the SLFA administration, they are renewing all coaches' documentation. According to what Saffa said, the 8th point given by SLFA, there is nothing about contracts when Mohamed Kallon got sacked. 8 about indiscipline and respect for the game. Lack the respect for the game and the authorities. So we want to know now from the SLFA point of view, the document Kallon is displaying. Is it true that it was written? Because we didn't see the head of the document, just displayed that SLFA drafted that contract and gave it to him. So we want to know how true it is that SLFA drafted that contract and told him not to expose it or just keep it by himself and later get back to him. But unfortunately, because of secrecy, I think Kallon went ahead and showed whether he's lawyer or whatever. If that is the case, how can NSA negotiate contract for Mohamed Kallon when the SLFA have drafted that contract, which is just show us on his Facebook page? So there in the NSA, I don't know whether they are privy to that document or not, because it is indeed the SLFA or Football Association has the right to hire and fire coaches. The ministry or the government authority, they paid their salary. Recently, it happened in Belgium. Martinez was the head coach of the Belgian national team. He has got fired. The Belgian FA posted on their website that they have parted way with him and what was said thank you to his job, and they also inform the authority about his sacking. All over the world, that way it should be. The Football Association or the Federation has the right to hire and fire coaches. Government provide the fund, because the national team, in all categories, it is the responsibility of the government to take care of their affairs. So I don't know whether Saffa, as NSA boss, was ever privy to that document which Kallon showed us, because he's just talking about they negotiated his salary. Don't forget, his appointment came about a year ago under the Tomodali Bema administration in February 2025, and Babadi Kama just came into 7 months or 8 months ago. So where are we? Whether the Daddy Bama agreement was followed by the new administration or said no, we want a written document for us to see. I see that for now. I will just let Saffa clear that area because they negotiated it.
I don't know whether you were listening to what I said. So most of the
how can you negotiate the contract?
Are you interrupting me?
No, I just want to.
You asked me a question and not answering, and you want to interrupt. No, but come on. You want to continue? I will wait. When you finish, I will speak.
I want to make it clear because
no, I haven't said I did not understand.
Okay.
I do understand.
Okay.
I understood what you asked. I explained this thing, and maybe I will repeat again. And we have few time. I repeat. The SLFA hires and fires. Nobody has contested that. Let us not go over things that are not contestable here. The SLFA hires and fires. They hired and they fired. And that is where I ask a question, which one are we on there? Right? I ask that question. So again, when people speak, it's not just what you want to say, it's to listen to what they say. They hire and they fire. Which one are we on there? I explained how these negotiations have gone about. Since Kallon was appointed, myself and Daddy Brema looking at scoping the area, what is it, the amount Kallon has charged us, how we negotiated for months, and the talk broke down because the details of those talks were leaked after we had a meeting with the ministry, and then we started again. The contract which we have in our office, even before I went to NSA, was sent to the NSA by SLFA. They sent that copy. The question which you asked, which is, I don't know how relevant that is in this. Mohamed did not show us his contract. We have never spoken to him. The contract that SLFA gave to him. We haven't seen it. He said they told him not to give anybody, not to show anybody. So why are you pushing it to us if we have seen it or not? Well, how is that even relevant in this conversation?
Is that procedural in any way for you not to have seen it?
No, he said it in his.
No, is it procedural?
No, well, I mean,
for him to have been asked not to show it to you.
What happens
the
between
NSA, I mean.
What happens between the SLFA and Mohamed, which they want us to know, they communicate to us. The ones that they don't want us to know, they don't communicate to us.
Should it be that way? That's what I'm asking.
It depends.
Has it been the case in the last previous coaches?
We have a responsibility to negotiate the sum, the amount. It's not government money, it's taxpayers' money. You know, just hasten. Daddy Brema said yesterday, I met him in 98. He says he had suggested $7,000 for Amido. The NSA then, before me, said no, 5. So that's our business, managing the resources. So if they negotiate technical terms and they come with figure, I told you, and this is again, it's like I said, listen. Mohamed Kallon's situation is completely, what they call in law, sui generis, a new issue. He came in, they said, you've come, thank you very much, negotiate your terms. Yes, SLFA did not say, let me give you the sum. Negotiate with NSA, then you have a blank check to appoint your backroom staff. But this is what I have explained.
But again, Saffa, I don't want you to be feel offended. What we are
I'm not offended. I'm trying to clarify.
This is the two administration. Let the public.
Yeah, we agree on that.
But wait,
let's be fair.
As a new administration, let me just lay my point. You are talking about the Daddy Bama administration. Negotiation went on. But what about when Babadi Kama came into office August 2nd? That was 7 or 8 months ago. Yeah. So what did you continue with that discussion with the FA? Because the FA, you can have a tripartite meeting. The NSA, the ministry, the NSA, you can sit together and see how best you can negotiate about coaches and contract. Maybe you have done that with the Daddy Bama administration, which is well and good. But did you continue with the Babadi Kama administration on contract of Mohamed Kallon? Because he displayed a contract. If you have a SLFA, how can SLFA give Mohamed Kallon contract without the attention of the authority?
So can you also be for the clearance of doubt? Can you also say you are a spokesman for the president of the? You said it in other radio. Just for clarity, so we know where you stand. No. I want us to be independent. Let me come. I'm coming. No. Okay. Let me answer the question, my dear. I just wanted clarity. When we sit here, there has to be transparency of who we represent and our positions. You've made in other radio stations that you're a spokesman for the SLFA.
The campaign you're talking about.
Yeah. So let me finish. Don't interrupt. I kept quiet just now. So just for let the public understand that you are not here as an independent analyst. You are here because you are part of the spokesman. So let me move forward. you ask a question, it's a simple question. I have had several conversations with Mr. Babadi Kama, including yesterday, on those contractual issues. Some of these conversations, I will not say them on radio, on TV, because I'm professional. But yes, we've had conversations with them. When he came in, we discussed the Kallon contract. We agreed on the way to move forward with it. So I'm sitting here on TV and I'm making, you are not there. You don't know what me and him discussed. But yes, we have. Yes, ma'am. I've answered his question.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough time because we have a lot of questions.
Please ask me.
But, well, our time is far gone. But we just want to ask, what's the way forward?
Well, look, it's a very simple issue. It's a very simple issue.
I'm aware that as we speak, Mohamed Kallon has not received his backlog payment.
For 13 months.
For the 13 months he spent as a coach for the Leone Stars. What's the way forward?
So again, let me let the public know. In January, I was now becoming more concerned about his coach's license. I discussed with the minister in a leadership meeting that we need to pay these guys. We don't agree. Also, we haven't signed the contract. That's when we wrote to finance and say, these guys have backlog for 8 months. Then we have to claim. So that document went into finance. They were processing it. Then the minister wrote a letter to stop it. She stopped it.
The Minister of Sports.
She stopped the process. So the reason why, some of these things we don't talk about them, because internally we should manage them. But if she's come openly throwing accusations, she wrote a letter.
On what grounds did she stop
it? She said, when I wrote in January, after leadership meetings had taken a decision that I instructed me, that she was not copied. But if you look at the letter, she went to finance, and the finance ministry said, we're sorry. In that letter which we got, you were copied. Now we not copy you in the reply. She told me that they apologized to her. She stopped there. So Mohamed Kallon's backlog again, 8 months will have been paid before all of these things started, but for the fact that she stopped it, because she said she was not copied in the letter, right? So the point is, when I came to the NSA, they were paying the coaches every 6 months, once every 6 months. I said, this is not correct. We have to pay them every month. Like, if I receive a text that my salary is paid, they should receive a text that they've been paid. We negotiated through the Ministry of Finance. So please put them into the payroll, which they agreed, and that process has already been instituted. So as far as we are concerned, the way forward is, the SLFA has sacked Mohamed. In all of this rancor, even if you take Mohamed back to the SLFA, it's going to be problems. There is more to it than the eyes can see. There is a political disagreement on this issue. Mohamed supported somebody else, Babadi won. There is a tension. No one will hide this one. There is a tension underneath. They would not be able to work together.
Should politics ever interfere with professionalism? Is the question.
Should I don't. Has really complained.
Well, also and should is a different thing.
Isn't Mohamed Kallon the most qualified coach?
Well, let me answer the question. Should and also is a different thing. Yes, if I'm contesting in an election and you went against me, you took actions for me not to win, I wouldn't be comfortable with you. That's the reason even the president of Sierra Leone, when he comes, he changes ministers, deputy ministers, directors, deputy directors, and board chairman, because he has to bring his team. That is natural. That is governance dynamics. So for someone to say, okay, this man did not support me, but I can still work with it, it's left with the individual. There are no rules for or against that. You understand? But this is the undercurrent. So the way forward is that the SLFA has taken a decision. They put out a release for recruitment. We are following that process. They will recruit. They want. But we said it here. They hire and they fire.
Is someone ever qualified as Mohamed Kallon is?
No Sierra Leone is as qualified as Mohamed Kallon. And so this is where they want to put blame on me on. And this is what I would say to the public. If this man is my friend, I'll fight for him when he's not here. I don't like people smearing. You could see they're trying to smear me now. Because it's Saffa, it's NSA, because I've said something. When the issue came of setting aside Mohamed, they said his license was not, they said he didn't have a UEFA Pro license. They put it out.
Was that too?
No. I called him, I said, Mohamed, what is this issue about your license? He said, but I have a license. He said, it's expired. I said, well, you need to renew it. He said, I will renew it. He sent me his license and the cover letter. I wrote to the email underneath, Francesca at figc.it. I asked them whether Mohamed Kallon had a license from the Italian FA UEFA Pro. They said, he doesn't just have a license, he's qualified to coach everywhere. They sent me the document. I passed it on to the FA. I said, no, he has a license. But to go out there and smear him, and I sit here and keep quiet because I'm afraid that someone will get angry, I will not do that.
Doesn't this...
So I verify. I sit here, I've sat on radio. Mohamed has a pro license, the highest coaching qualification in the world, and he's the only one who has it. He has his disciplinary issues with the FA. They've sacked him. Let it be the reason.
Doesn't this situation reflect a lack of professionalism and institutional discipline in football management in Sierra Leone?
The football management has always had rancors, serious rancors. In fact, it's gone down a little bit, right? And if you look at now, from the NSA perspective, we have 54 sporting disciplines. The most difficult areas now is football, athletics. We are settling down cricket. Because sporting disciplines, people tend to want to use them as their territory. What we are trying to institute in them is discipline and good governance structure.
How soon should Mohamed Kallon expect to be paid his backlog?
As soon as possible. We are pushing that forward. There's a leadership meeting today at 11:30. We'll discuss that, and then we'll move that forward. Like I told you, since January, if the minister had not stopped that payment, on the excuse that she wasn't copied on the letter, Mohamed Kallon and his backroom staff will have been paid 8 months as of today. Then we will make the other claims for the next 5 months, because that is our job. The NSA Act says we enter into contract, we deal with people, we develop sport, we regulate sport. The NSA has the mandate to do what we are doing. We have not stepped out of our lines. We are not even involved in the sacking of Kallon. We have no hands in it, and the reasons given has nothing to do with the NSA at all.
Pali, Sise, as we round up, as we close, because we don't have time, how does these kinds of controversies impact football in the country? You are an analyst.
Firstly, we cannot shy away between politics and sport. There's a thin thread between politics and sport, and then just like love and hate.
When you talk of politics, are you speaking of national politics or just
football politics?
All of it, in fact.
All of it. National politics, everything. It's very difficult for you to cheat them from it. For example, like the World Cup. What Donald Trump did, they even stopped visa for anyone that goes for the World Cup. What happened? Infantino, if our president, went to the US, spoke with him to see how best he can make some flexibility on it. So football and politics, you cannot shy away from those things. So like the way Sierra Leone we are finding ourselves, Saffa just said, he's the ED, I know he's the ED of the NSA. I don't want you to feel annoyed. This is the issue we are just looking at, the way things that happen. We hope that your leadership meeting, which you have, just to answer to your question, your leadership meeting you're having a few hours from now, we try to resolve this problem, because now the SLF have written to you about the appointment of coaches or want to advertise the job they are looking for another coach. You can advise them how they can go, because you have to provide the form for us to see how best we can have the kind of safety in our football development. Let be some respect for institution, and also let those who comes. We are fortunate that the contract didn't give some clauses. That's why I said it's unfortunate they didn't sign the contract, because there should be some clauses in all of this, the way coach should work with the authorities. Even in England, there was a time when I had wanted to coach the English national team, but the FA cannot see eye to eye with him. Even Klopp, when he resigned as Liverpool coach. So every football association works with coach they believe they can work with their all of it. So Sierra Leone is not an exception. So we hope we see a smooth one.
How has this impacted football in Sierra Leone?
There's no impact. That's why I started
one-off, and football.
Everybody seems to be complaining about Mohamed Kallon not being able to work with the team, not delivering.
That's why I said
this is all administrative.
Sorry. Mohamed Kallon has delivered. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He has delivered.
My point exactly.
Football, not in all cases you sack coach because of performance. It happened many recently. Nottingham Forest, the coach that this recent coach succeeded, he gave all his best. When Nottingham Forest is struggling, came and won 3 matches and good one. What happened? If because of he went over the media and talked about what the board is doing, he's not happy. And they said you went to the media and watched our dirty lay in public. He was got sacked despite his performance. So not in all cases could being fired because of performance and performance.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming on the program this morning.
He's a senior football analyst. You've also heard from Dr. Saffa Abdulai this morning, who is the executive director of the National Sports Authority. I'm sure this conversation will be taken, further than this, only if we had time and we had not been let down by our two guests, Thomas Daddy Brahma, who should be here, and Chris Kamara. But I want to thank you very much indeed for your patience this morning and your tolerance, in the face of some technical difficulties we had, of course. I want to thank our production team, and of course our sponsor, Rokel Commercial Bank. We shall be back again tomorrow morning. Well, I shall be back again tomorrow morning at exactly 8 a.m. My name is Victor Jones.
And I am Alimati George. Continue to stay tuned to AYV as we have other interesting programs coming up throughout the day. Thank you very much to our audience. We love you. And until we meet again for another interesting session of Wake Up Sierra Leone. Bye-bye.